Next tonight, a local restaurant reckons it can tempt you to dine in with a new kind of incentive. The Butcher's Bar in Long Eaton's concept called Deliveryou gives you £5 off your food bill if you bring a valid taxi receipt in. It's basically to get you to switch from your takeaway for a night out. Let's take a look.
The Butcher's Bar and Steakhouse in Long Eaton are offering customers £5 off their food bill if they arrive by taxi. This is a new scheme to compete with takeaways.
Deliveryou was an idea we came up with to try and combat the growing number of food delivery services that are out there. We know that you can get restaurant food delivered to your door now, but you can't really get the whole restaurant experience delivered to your door. So what we were trying to do is encourage people to come to our restaurant rather than ordering in, and the way that we're doing that is we're giving people £5 off their taxi fare to the Butchers. So if people bring in a taxi receipt, we'll give them £5 off their bill, so it gives them some money towards their journey home. There's something you can't really compete against, and that's having that whole restaurant experience. And those are all things that you can't stuff into a plastic takeaway container and send to your door. So really, we think we offer something different there.
In the UK, a staggering 22 million takeaway meals are eaten by adults every week. Customers think £5 off the bill is a great incentive to dine out.
We used to live very closely, so we could walk here. But now we live a bit further away and we'd have to get a taxi. So the taxi voucher would be absolutely fantastic for us.
Well, I don't live too far, but if I was having a cocktail, which I've done before, then certainly I would.
I think it's really good. I haven't ever heard anybody else do that before, so yeah, I think it's a really good benefit and something that you don't come across often.
I think it's a great idea. It's nice having takeaway and the food's really great, but to come out to the restaurant and have that incentive, I think it's good.
The restaurant is the first in the UK using this scheme. It hopes to encourage people off the sofa and in through the doors, and they could even be saving a few pennies in the process.
So restaurant delivery services aren't necessarily a cheaper option either. You can get food to your door, but in the press recently there have been stories published about restaurants that are actually inflating their prices for people who order via these services. And when you take that into account, we really thought, well, what's the other barrier stopping people from visiting our restaurant? And the only thing we could think of was the travel costs. So hopefully Deliveryou takes out some of that cost, it negates some of that cost and encourages new people to visit us, but also it gives something back to our regular customers. And they might even visit more regularly than they do already, which is a great thing for everyone.
I'm Kelly Burnett-Thomas for Knots Tonight.
Well, that burger would certainly tempt me. Would that tempt you out your PJs, Andrea?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I mean, you keep talking about food.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'm talking about food and I've not given you anything, not even a nibble, not even a crisp.
But that food as well, like that restaurant looks great and the food looked great. So I think they're already onto a winner. I'd probably try and change it up, and like any kind of receipt, like whether it be a bus receipt or whatever, that might be a nice idea. So not just necessarily taxis.
Okay, good thinking. Do you think it's hard for independents to stand out these days?
Oh, it's really hard. There's so many of them and they're all trying to stay above the rest, and yeah, it's really, really tough. You just got to be at the top of your game, and coming up with novel ideas like that's really helpful.
Brian, do you look for offers and certain things when you're going out, looking to eat out?
Well, I was given a taste card for Christmas.
Okay, what's that then?
That's where you get 50% off at selected restaurants.
That's not bad.
That restaurant looked really, really good. The food looked top class, and the guy's got an imaginative idea, and full credit to him for thinking it up, and hopefully it'll work for him. Yes.
Do you think more people choose takeaways over going out these days?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would say probably me, I tend to stay in quite a bit more, but then in the odd times where I have been out, it's busy out there. Yeah. I think people are still enjoying it, and there's like apps you can download to get those kind of discounts, and that's the kind of thing that would get me there.
Yeah.
And going out is always a great experience, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like going to a live performance of anything. You've got the atmosphere as well as the meal.
And it's always a bit fresher.
It's lovely.
No matter how quickly takeaways come to the door, it's always not quite as fresh.
You can't see it otherwise, can you? What's been going on behind the door.